First of all, I want to welcome everyone here to the student campus at East Mississippi Community College, and also want to especially thank you for being here and thank the media, you guys from the media, for all your support and the things you do for our college. And we appreciate your interest in us and appreciate you being here today. You know, we're here today to introduce and to welcome back to East Mississippi Community College our new head men's basketball coach, Coach Billy Begley. Coach Begley comes to us from Troy University. He is, of course, he played his playing years at Mississippi State. He was here 3 years during the time of Coach White's tenure. Of course, during that time, they competed and, well, they won 3 Region 23 championships, competed in the national tournament on those 3 occasions. And I think Coach Begley was a big part of them getting to that point, and we were very excited to have him. As you know, Coach White has moved on to Tallahassee Community College, and we wish him the very best. He did a great job when he was here, and brought our program a long ways, and we appreciate him. And like I said, I want to wish him the very best and success there. There was, you know, in the search for our new coach, Coach Begley was always on our short list, and he was one of the guys we immediately thought of when the position came available. There were several characteristics and things that we looked for in a new coach, and Coach Begley not only fit these, he's exceeded these. You know, he's a successful coach, had a great background. He is, you know, a person of high character, and someone that's going to represent East Mississippi Community College to the highest degree. He has great moral values. He's committed to the academic success of our student athletes and to make sure that our student athletes graduate and move on to their career objectives, whether it be to continue playing ball or to get their degree and be gone, you know, into whatever their goals are. He's a tireless recruiter, someone that's committed to the recruiting process. He's very familiar with what East Mississippi, what it takes to be a player at East Mississippi Community College, having been here. He is very familiar with the state of Mississippi. Of course, he has great connections out of state. I think he's going to do a fantastic job in the area of recruiting. And along with all those, he's a great leader. He's a proven leader for when he was here at our college as an assistant. He's excelled at Troy, and we're looking for great things to come from him. He is right now Coach Begley, and you know, we appreciate you being here today. And he is definitely the right fit for East Mississippi Community College, and it was the right fit at the right time for EMCC. And we are very excited to have him here. He's always been a part of our EMCC family, and he's continuing that with us, and we look forward to great things to come from our basketball program and his leadership. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our new head men's basketball coach for East Mississippi Community College, Coach Billy Begley.
Thank you. Can't tell you how excited I am to be back here. First and foremost, you know, I'm a guy who I was raised, faith has always been most important to me. So, you know, I always start off, I got to give, you know, glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for, you know, I've always said basketball is not the prize, it's a platform. And so this is my platform to follow his way, the calling that he's had on my life. But, you know, I want to thank Mickey Stokes and the committee for giving me this opportunity, for, you know, searching me and you know, asking me to be, if I would be interested in the job, but to give me this opportunity to come back and be part of the Lion family again. Like I said, East Mississippi will always be, will always hold a special place in my heart. It will always be near and dear to me because, you know, in my 3 years here, when I was here as an assistant, it was some of the best 3 years of my life, both personally and both professionally. You know, and you know, we were able to have great success while we were here on the court, but more importantly, we were able to have great success off the court. You know, and so it's definitely been a place that will always be near and dear to me. And while I was here, my third year here, I was able to meet the lady that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. You know, she's up in Starkville, but Matt, she couldn't be here. But you know, every time, you know, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, East Mississippi would always hold a place in my heart for you know, if nothing else, for that alone. You know, so, but I can't tell you how excited I am to be back. Like I said, to be part of the Line family. The one thing that when you see East Mississippi, when you have the community in the college, the word community, the one thing that always made East Mississippi so special, for one, was the people. The people that you were able to go to work with every single day, the people that you were able to sit beside every single day, and that's what made East Mississippi such a special place, and that's what made East Mississippi such an attractive, job and attractive opportunity for me, and it's definitely something that I'm very grateful and very humble to be back a part of, but when you say the word community, the one thing that always stood out about East Mississippi while I was here was that it wasn't, being a basketball coach, being, a coach for another sports team, or a teacher that was on campus. The word community could also be replaced with love and support. And each person was invested. Each faculty member was so invested in the kids on campus. While I was here, and in the process of the interview and everything, reminiscing on my 3 years when I was here at East Mississippi, one thing that was unique was, of course I'm going to have close relationships with the basketball players and with my players on the basketball team. But then, I started going back, and some of the people that I have kept in contact with when I left here, or when those kids left here, didn't play for the basketball team. Some of them were football players, some of them were baseball players. So when you say community, that could be, substituted for love, for support. And everybody was on the same page. Everybody was invested in each other, took a genuine interest in each kid. And, that's something that's very unique and something that really stood out when I was here at East Mississippi, and something I was looking forward to get back to. But like I said, this is something that when I left here 3 years ago to go to Troy, it was one of those situations where, when I look back, I said that, there's not a lot of places, in this business, in any profession, you got to be careful to where you choose your next job. You just don't jump to any job. But when I left here, I said that this is a place I could see myself coming back to. Absolutely, and like I said, it wasn't because of the success that we had. It was because of the people. Guys like Vicky Stokes and Dave Rosinski, and other people, who have been here and who have made this place so special. But I'm super excited. On the court, one thing that we prided ourselves while I was here for 3 years, and one thing that we're going to do is that we pride ourselves on being the hardest working team. And we always said that East Mississippi is not for everybody. East Mississippi is not for every kid out there. You got to go out and you got to recruit the best kids, but you got to go out and recruit the right kids. We're going to, that was one thing that made us successful, is that we were able to recruit the right kids who wanted to be here, but also kids who had a passion, not only for on the court, but also wanted to be successful off the court. Started in the classroom, and then when I always was told when I played in college that the classroom and the basketball, they correlate. You can't be good on one and bad on the other. You got to turn that switch, and that switch got to be on both of them. So, it's something to recruiting those type of kids who are going to have that kind of, mindset. That's the kind of kids you got to go get. So, but we're going to work. We're going to work. I've already reached out to players, to returning players, and had great conversations with them. Been able to talk to a few of their parents to let them know, just to introduce myself to them, and to let them get familiar with me. But one thing that I've told them is that, you're going to work harder than you've ever worked, but one thing you're going to do, you're going to have fun doing it, and then two, you're going to see the benefits in your game by doing it, and that's what's going to make it fun, so, but I'm excited. Like I said, I know I've said that enough, but I'm ecstatic to be back part of the Line family, to be back here in Scuba, and to be, leading this men's basketball program.
We'll open it up to media members. If you have any direct questions of Coach Begley, we'll have a chance for one-on-ones after this, but if there are any questions you want now, this will be time to ask. Anybody's got any?
Coach Begley,
Mhm.
just, you know, you mentioned recruiting. How are you going to attack the Golden Triangle area? I think that's a very viable area. How will you go about getting players out of that section of the state?
Absolutely. I mean, that taking care of home, taking care of what's in your backyard, that's most important. And, you know, you have to go out and get the best players, you know, for that are in your backyard, that are in your area. And the Golden Triangle is, you know, very important. You got to go out there and you need to identify the talent. But we're fortunate enough to be surrounded by some really good, high school programs. You know, down in Meridian, Coach Bolden runs a first class program there at Meridian. Got all the respect in the world for him, as well as Coach Carter up in Starkville. You know, and all the coaches around this area. So it's very important to go out and get those kids, to keep them home, to know that, hey, you have a great opportunity here. And, you know, I've always used this in recruiting, you know, at any level, that if you can walk out that locker room and you can see your mom, you can see your dad, whoever's important to you, you know, if you can go out and see them and allow them to share in the joys, in the ups and the downs, you know, it always makes college that much more memorable, you know. And to have that, that's what's going to be important about keeping the kids who are close, keeping them here at home.